What could the Utopia briefcase reveal when it comes to the rollout of Travis Scott's new album? Now, besides Rolling Loud, again teasing this thing and literally opening it in their last Instagram post, we're going to talk about a couple of theories that people have for what's inside the Utopia briefcase. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future. But you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. Now, obviously, for everybody that's been living under a rock, the Utopia briefcase has played a huge role in the rollout. It was the first sign that we've got for Utopia when Travis Scott was walking around with his bodyguards who were carrying this Utopia briefcase. Then we've seen a couple of the people that are supposedly featured on the album, namely The Weeknd, for example, I think Bad Bunny as well. They were seen with the Utopia briefcase as well, and Mike Dean obviously completely fueled this entire mystery by, tweeting, "I'm in the possession of the Utopia briefcase now," also posting a picture of him opening it. So this has been really, really interesting. Travis Scott was seen in Cannes, France at the film festival, also opening this thing. And it was always a mystery of what's inside the briefcase, because when you always looked at it, anybody who was carrying it had it handcuffed to their wrists. If it was the bodyguards, Mike Dean also held it very protectively. So it always seemed like what's in there was very important. Is it the album? Is it something connected to the album? There are a couple of theories out there that I wanted to go over. Also, to get this out of the way, because I probably just piqued y'all interest in the intro right there, Rolling Loud just took to their Instagram account and posted a reel or like a post where they can literally be seen opening the Utopia briefcase. They have this 3D animation of the briefcase and it's like spinning around, and it's advertising July 22nd, Rolling Loud Miami, the headlining of Travis Scott. So this is again another doubling down hint that Utopia is dropping the 21st, which I'm very, very solidly sure of. Let me know if you disagree with me in the comments, because when you kind of think about it, they also said in the post it's going to be legendary, all of that, and them opening the briefcase literally means that something is going to happen. Now, obviously they opened the briefcase in the animation, then it was like a zoom into him performing in the past, so they're obviously just using that to advertise Rolling Loud. But the 21st is pretty set right now, so that's a good sign. Well, but a lot of people have made some theories about what's inside the briefcase, and obviously besides the album is in there, the files are in there, people are thinking that the briefcase could also be the track list, the cover art, everything else surrounding this album, maybe a documentary, stuff like that. Something else that's been very interesting is on a couple of the billboards that we've seen so far, there were these locks visible. If it was the first ones that we saw where we could see, and we always thought that this said 07221, so again, it was going to be like July 21st, so that's what we thought this was going to stand for. We also got the Utopia bus in front of Michael Rubin's party in Long Island, I think that was, where we could also see those locks again on the bus. So these locks also apparently play some role, and people have been thinking that these are the locks to the briefcase, so that literally these were the locks that could open the briefcase. And now I wanted to go over a theory that I found on Reddit real quick that I thought was very interesting, that explained these locks on those billboards a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit far-fetched, but further than just, oh, it's 7/21, so July 21st, the release date. So let's take a look at this. So first of all, we have to look at a tweet from 2017 from Travis, because there he tweeted, "I was once asked my favorite place in America to find peace. Portland is the answer. Took a trip and found happiness." So this post posted on March 17th, 2017, so quite a long time ago. That was like 6 years ago. And the person that made this theory kind of like took the leap of faith to say that maybe he doesn't say 07211 on the billboard, but rather 97211, because the first two locks are still changing, they're still rotating. So that's why I think it's a little bit far-fetched, but keep with me, stick with me, because then he kind of looked at where that zip code would be, 97211, and that zip code is actually Portland. Now, obviously, you can kind of get any old tweet and direct something to it that you found now, so take this with a grain of salt. But this whole theory of him saying, I find peace there, and utopia obviously also standing for peace, and this whole theme being like, where is utopia? He's looking for utopia. He's lost forever. And is it in the liquor store? Is it in the chateau? Is it in the bank? All of those played a big role in the concept of utopia on the billboards over this entire thing. And if you've been a diligent viewer of my videos, you know that we talked about a theory in the past where it said that the trailer for Utopia, which might drop next Monday, so on the 17th, that trailer might feature Travis looking for utopia, quote unquote, all around the world, in different places. His Europe trip that he just took, all the stuff in the US that he's been seen at, all of that was him looking for utopia. And obviously then he's asking, is it in the liquor store? Figuratively for alcohol. Is it in the bank? Figuratively for money. Is it in the chateau? Figuratively for, is it in having a luxury lifestyle? And so that trailer would see him looking for utopia all around the world, and then maybe opening the briefcase and finding it. So that's why this whole concept of finding peace, and him saying he found peace in Portland, and then you have the zip code on the billboard as well. I don't know if that's a coincidence. Let me know what y'all think about this, but that's what I believe. Now, as I just said, I think that next week is going to play a really important role in the rollout for Utopia, because we're likely going to get the trailer on Monday and the album on Friday. Now, if you don't want to miss out on any of that, make sure you stay subscribed, because it's going to be a big week for all of us, because obviously it's, Utopia rollout time. That's big. That is really big, and I'm so happy that we're finally here and we can enjoy this album together. I'm of course going to be going live next Friday, so in a week, on Twitch, and hopefully also YouTube if, monetization and copyright allows that. But if not, I'll redirect you to Twitch, where we're going to be listening to the album live. So I hope a lot of y'all tune in. Follow me on Twitch. Links in the description. Ben's music on there as well, to not miss out when this is happening, because that's going to be epic, and I think we'll get a bunch of interesting stuff until then that I'm going to keep y'all updated at. So that's the theory we have for the briefcase so far. What do you think is inside the briefcase? Is it just the album? Is it just the files? Is it the track list, the features, the cover, the trailer, the documentary, any of that? Or is it actually a reference, this lock code that we got, not to open the briefcase, maybe to, but also to the theory of Portland? Let me know all your thoughts on this and everything that you connect with this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.